Well, this is unfortunate and a little embarrassing. Last night I recorded the First Impressions Friday video of the game you're seeing right now, Oddworld Abe's Exoddus. Unfortunately, FRAPS didn't like whatever video driver the game ended up using, so anything that wasn't a cutscene ended up looking like this. Basically, it just holds on a still frame while still recording the audio. It doesn't show any gameplay footage. So I debated for a while what I should do. It's a little late to record a different game, and if I tried to re-record this one, well, I don't know if a different video capture software or video settings would fix it, and even if I did record it, it wouldn't be a first impressions video anymore, would it? So instead, I just figured I'd record my thoughts and tell you what I thought about the first hour of gameplay. First off, I want to start by saying that the original game, Abe's Odyssey, is one of my favorite games for the original PlayStation. I love the setting and how unique the gameplay is. You really don't see a lot of games like this, a kind of methodical platformer like Prince of Persia, Flashback, or hell, even Lesserly Unlikely. So going into this game, I was able to transition pretty well since it seems to be based off the exact same game engine. I will praise the care that went into the PC port of this game. You're able to use the number keys to speak, which really feels natural, even more so than on the original PlayStation where you had to use the shoulder buttons with the face buttons. The rest of the controls work fine. It's not really the kind of platform that requires a lot of precision movement, so the keyboard controls are perfectly adequate. And instead there's a big focus on using the quick save feature instead of giving you automatic checkpoints. I like that, and you can quick save at pretty much, like, literally any moment of the game, which is a really welcome change, because I remember there's a lot of parts in Abe's Odyssey where you just keep dying and have to keep replaying the same section. But with this, I'm kind of worried it might feel like you're cheating, kind of like you're using save states. Unfortunately, my biggest problem is that the game honestly just feels like more of the same. Admittedly, I only got an hour into it, and if the game changes later on, please feel free to disregard this section. But it feels like instead of trying to tell the story of a reluctant hero that takes it upon himself to save his people, it's kind of taken a step backward and it's just a fetch quest now. It's like you've taken the optional side missions in Odyssey where you work back to Rapture Farms and have to save some Mudokons, and then they made that not only mandatory, but the entire focus of the game. The first Oddworld was fairly dark in tone, and maybe people complained that it was too dark because the comedy relief in this game is almost unbearable to watch. Parts of the story seem incredibly rushed when they could have done with a lot more subtle and methodical pacing. This is a story where the skeletons of a native species are being ground up to made into an energy drink. You'd think they present that with a little bit more dignity or gravitas, right? I do like the increased focus on commanding and leading a group of Mudokons in order to solve puzzles, and I'm really looking forward to being able to possess creatures other than just sligs. I'll play through the rest of the game with an open mind, but I have this niggling feeling that the game won't be able to live up to the legacy of its predecessor. So those are my thoughts on Abe's Exoddus. Be sure to leave your vote at the link below and help me narrow down the games for the upcoming few weeks. And next time, I'll be sure to check that FRAPS is compatible with the game before I try to record it. Bye-bye, folks.
Like that, Miss Licky? Keep that ugly muscle in your mouth next time.
Visit testzero.net and cast your vote for the next game of First Impressions Friday.